Hi everyone, Rich from Tiger Fitness, and today I'm going to be taking you through an upper body and core workout that you can do at home using just a mat and your body weight. The timings for today's sessions are 30 seconds work with a 15-second rest period. In that rest period, do what you need to do to make sure you can loosen off and get that body ready to start again for your next exercise. Let's get started. First movement, you want to get down to the floor, into that push-up frame, and bring that chest down. Keeping a nice straight line from the back of the heels to the back of your shoulders. Keep that core engaged, bring the chest down to the floor. If you need to regress the movement, drop the knees down. Still keeping a straight line from the back of the knees to the back of the shoulders. Keep that core engaged and the chest comes all the way down to the ground. 30 seconds of these. Rest in 3, 2, 1. During that recovery time, do what you need to do to loosen off and get yourself ready for your next exercise. Step those hands out beneath the shoulders and get yourself ready for mountain climbers. Soft on the toes, we just bring those knees up. Squeezing the core. If you want to progress this movement, bring the opposite knee to the opposite elbow. Or if you need to regress this movement, you can go to single legs. Knee comes up as far as we can in between the elbows, kick the heel back, squeeze the core the whole time. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next movement, you need to bring the whole body down to the ground, legs out straight, arms out straight. Slightly raise the heels and bring the legs off the floor. And what you want to do is you want to bring those arms back down towards the hips. Elbows get tucked in nice and tight. We squeeze at the end, hold for a second, and we fire those arms back out again. If you need to regress, you can just go to single arm. Or there is an option here to lift the chest off the ground, keeping the legs firmly placed against the floor, and use both arms. Hands come underneath those shoulders. We're just going to hop those toes forward and bring the bum up as high as we can. Dropping the shoulders down, we're going to try and bring that nose down towards the mat. These are your shoulder push-ups. Just feel big focus in your front delts. Squeeze that core, nice control. Regression for this movement is coming down to the knees. Still keep that bum high, but carry on bringing the shoulders down towards the ground. Core still engaged, keep firing those shoulders. Moving on to your back, we're going to go into those crab frame toe touches. So on those hands and on those heels, we raise an arm up, we raise the leg up at the same time, touch the toe at the top of the movement, and return back down again. Squeeze that core. Regression for this movement is to simply come down to your bum. Carry on with the movement, you're just raising the leg up, raising the arm up at the same time, but instead of 2 points of contact, you're keeping 3 points of contact. Oblique squat thrusters next. So the same position you'd have for your mountain climbers, but you're going to hop both knees out towards the outside of the elbow and kick those heels back in again. When you kick those heels back in, make sure that core is engaged at all times. Do not banana the back. Regression for the movement. Step 1 foot forward singly and then join it with the opposite foot. The opposite that joined it then gets kicked back first and goes back to that reset position. Keep that core tight. Keep the bum down low. Forward reach in your push-up frame. 4 points of contact, go into 3 as you raise one arm up and point out as far as you physically can, extending through the arm, squeezing the core. To make this move easier, you can bring your feet out wider, or you can bring the knees down towards the mat. Still make sure you're solid through the core, straight line from the knees to the elbows, and we're reaching as high as we can. Bring yourself down to the mat, have a little bit of a relax before we go into our skydivers. So for your skydiver movement, we need your legs out straight and your arms out as far as we physically can. And from here we're going to lift those legs, lift the arms at the same time, widen the arms coming out like a T and bring the legs out as wide as physically possible. Squeeze at the top for about a second and then drop those arms back down again. To regress the movement, what we're looking for is just one arm and one leg for opposite sides. Raise both up at the same time, squeeze to the top for that same second and control it back down to the ground. Big set for the triceps and the chest next. Your primary focus here are your triceps as we go into that tricep push-up. Soft on the toes, strong through the whole body, hands in line with the chest, elbows in line with the body. Squeeze and think about that tricep working. Same as most of the regressions here, with your tricep push-up, come down onto your knees. If you do find your triceps are firing too much, you can bring those hands just a little bit further apart and activate more chest and triceps. Shoulder taps here to complete your first set of 3 in your upper body and core workout. 4 points of contact here going to 3 as we bend the elbow in and bring the opposite hand to the opposite shoulder. Regression for the movement, like the rest of them, is just to go down to the knees, keep that core tight and just touch that shoulder. If you like to keep on your toes, you absolutely can do that. Just bring your feet out a little bit wider. It just increases your stability as you work through the movement. 30 seconds rest here, guys. Roll your shoulders out, ease your chest off, take a deep breath in, grab your drinks and get ready to start with your push-ups in about 20 seconds time. One final deep breath in, start getting yourselves prepped up in that push-up frame. Full 30 seconds of push-ups, try not to regress where possible. Remember to keep that straight line from the back of the heels to the back of the shoulders, drop the chest down, chest wants to touch the floor, make sure that core's engaged and push back up nice and solid. Every single movement should be from a reset position. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Hands back down, heels back out. Let's get ready for those mountain climbers. 30 seconds of these. Feel free to speed up wherever you feel necessary. Constantly keeping tension in the core. We squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you feel that you can do better than a normal mountain climber, tuck those knees into the opposite elbow. Really rotate through the core. Rest in 3, 2, 1. Superman pullbacks, legs up, arms up, really start tucking those elbows in towards the hips. Push forward as far as we can with the arms, then pull back as strong. Really squeeze the bottom movement, pinching for at least a second. Regression, as stated before, legs down to the floor, just tuck one arm in at a time. Or go into your doubles but legs stay to the floor. Set 2 for those shoulder push-ups, and those shoulders are most definitely firing now. Make sure you slow down the repetition movement, being more forceful and using more power through the palms as you push the bum back into the air. Knees are an option, but only when those shoulders really start to fatigue and you've got nothing left. Crab frame toe touches. This time we're looking for a more extended leg. Really fire the heel up as far as you can and lift those hips. Second set of your oblique squat thrusters. I know these burn. Bear with it and do what you can. Slow the movement down. Make sure every single time you tuck those knees in and kick those heels back is precise, and you're breathing out every time you land. And rest for 15 seconds. Back into that push-up frame, we're going for that forward reach again. Try and bring those heels a little bit closer together this time. Try and hold the extension to the arm just a tiny bit longer. Tuck that belly button in and up, making sure at no point that core is released or relaxed. And bring that body down to the floor. Big set for your skydivers now. That lower back should feel more warmed up, more relaxed and more eligible, ready for this movement. Up we come, squeeze the top, fire the arms and legs out and drop it back down again. Quick rest and fire back through. If you have got lower back issues and you're following along at home, single arm, single leg at the same time, opposite sides. This will strengthen your back without causing it to fire, cramp or seize up. Stretch and loosen off those shoulders and those triceps before going in for this big set of your tricep push-ups. Nice long strong body, back of the heels in line with the back of the shoulders, glutes engaged, cores engaged, nice simultaneous movement down towards the ground, fire back up, pressing through the floor, push that body and lift that chest up off the ground. Down to the knees for the regression, tension remains in the triceps. Shoulder taps in that push-up frame. Try and bring those feet as close together this time. Everything's engaged and we bring the hand over to the shoulder, pivot in the elbow, squeeze the core, try not to rock the body from side to side. Imagine you've got a gin and tonic on the lower part of your back, the top of your bum, or a pint of your favourite beer or ale. You're not going to want to spill that. Keep it tight. Finishing set number 2 in 3, 2, 1, relax. 30 seconds now to do what you need to do. Roll the shoulders out, loosen the core off, loosen your neck off. One more set to go. This is the biggest set, this is where it counts. Make sure you're ready for it. Round 3, let's get it done. Starting with your push-ups. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Keep it deep, keep it moving. Chest all the way down to the ground. Let's pump them out. Come on, people. That's it. Last few seconds left. And rest. On those hands, on those toes. Let's do the mountain climbers. Let's do it, team. With me now. Come on. Knees, 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 knees. Throughout this whole movement, that core needs to be squeezing. Every single time that knee comes up, it's a squeeze, it's a crunch. It's a squeeze, it's a crunch. And rest. Superman pullbacks in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Up the legs, up the arms. Pull those elbows all the way back in. Squeeze the upper back and release the arms forward. "15 seconds rest period here. Shake it out, team. Let's get ready for it." Shoulder push-ups. Let's go down. Shoulders all the way down to the ground. Push that bum back in the air. Nice pivoting movement. Fire up. Really press hard into the ground. Keep that core and midsection tight as you can. "15 seconds rest period here." Hands in the heels and raise. Up with the heels, up with the hand, touch that toe. Spin it back round again. Try and lift those hips up as high as possible. Get a good momentum going on here. And rest. Bring it back to the front, onto your knees, onto your hands. Oblique squat for us in 3, 2, 1. Let's kick them out. Knees up, heels back. Knees up, heels back. and rest. Back into that push-up frame, and let's reach with the fingertips, switch the arms over, we reach, squeeze those glutes in, do not rotate the back, keep it tight. Three, two, one, and relax. Bring the chest down to the ground. Take a quick breather. We're going skydivers next. Arms out, legs out. Let's go, team. Wide as we can with the arms, wide as we can with the legs, high as we can with that chest and those quads off the floor. Squeeze it in. Three, two, one, and rest. Roll your shoulders out, then bring those hands down to the mat. Close position. We're going for them tricep push-ups, set number 3. Kicking those heels out. Really push through the ground, fire up. Squeeze, control back down. Give yourself a target here. We're going to go for 10, 12, 14. Three, two, one, and rest. Shake it all out. You've got one more movement to go. Let's see what you got. Okay, shoulder taps. Get ready for it. Let's do it. Tap the opposite shoulder, pivot in the elbow. Squeeze, squeeze. Minimal movement in the body. Come on. Last few seconds. Squeeze it. Tap it. Keep firing, keep firing. Hands up. Tap that shoulder. Switch, switch, switch. Keep it all engaged. 3, 2, 1, and you're finished, team. Well done. That was my 24 minutes of upper body and core for you to do at home using just your body weight. I hope you appreciate the progressions and regressions. Try hard every single time you're doing it. Try and progress yourself. Try and do this video once to twice a week if you're looking to maintain and you're looking to promote some active growth in your upper body. If you like the video, guys, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out for more content coming from me.